So I'm real freaked out, and I was laying in bed, feeling like trying to fall asleep because I haven't gotten enough sleep. Well, I think I kind of don't tend to, but I've had deep sleep music on the past 2 nights, or mornings, and so I can see the amount of time that passes, and 3 days ago it was not bad. It was over 8 hours that, and I was up and down some, but it's been just over 6 the past two, and that's really not enough sleep, but it should be enough for me to not feel so wiped out. And it's not as hot today as it has been recently, but it's one of those days. And I woke up, didn't remember what I dreamed. Well, I did at first, and then I forgot, and then I don't know. Sometimes when it's like this, I'm like, maybe I'll dream something, and that's not a bad thing. But I lay in bed, and it's like I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I'm gonna say I'm sure it's not only me, but I was laying in bed, and it's like, do people think I'm crazy? And I thought about the way that I talk about being a clairvoyant, and I think I can say that I am not doing readings now because I can't, because the impact on my body is serious. And I pick up on drugs when clients are using drugs in my body physically, and I know there are people who understand that. Plenty of people might not. Well, that ain't my fucking problem. When people don't and people don't believe it and shit like that, don't believe in it, that ain't my fucking problem. And what I wanted, it can be, I suppose, because people, if people want to say we're crazy, then I mean, well, it's exhausting. I'm real tired of the insults. I'm real tired of the attitudes. And here is what I'm gonna say. I mean, I have said plenty of times, I don't pick up on everything. Of course I don't. But I'm clairvoyant. I'm intuitive. Do I understand everything? Sometimes it takes a while, and that can feel kind of depleting too. But here's what I'm gonna say: when there are harmful attitudes towards me, why should I want to pick up on anything? And if a person is going to experience harm, I don't think I need to know. If a person doesn't care about me, if a person has maligned me and things like that, if that person could have a bad experience that a person could pick on it up on intuitively, I'm going to say it ain't my responsibility to protect that person. And if I don't pick up on something and can't help that person, it again, it's not my responsibility. So, I think about cautions, like common sense things, you know, uh, that from life experience. And I think about even being ignored about things like that, and I don't know, is it possible sometimes I seem too worried? Well, I don't know. I mean, I would really think that people would think, yeah, I mean, she does have life experience, but I don't know what people think. I guess it's hard for me sometimes to pick up on things that are personal to me. So I have talked about this before as far as relationships and intentions towards me and things like that. I'm not, I have blind spots. All right. So that is a challenge for me, and I mean, I do pick up on some things that are harmful or potentially harmful towards me, but not everything. And again, do I know, as far as the way people feel about me and things like that? I mean, I think I just have to sort of keep myself cut off because at this point, with this many years of isolation, and some people say, oh, it's not that many, 7, 8, that ain't much. Well, it's a whole lot if you're experiencing it. And would I wish it on anyone? Actually, at this point, yeah, I would. I would wish it on someone. Getting your education, having student debt, not having a job, no one giving a flying fucking shit, people slandering your ass. Yeah, it ain't okay. So I'm going to say it again. I have said plenty of times, yeah, I'm a clairvoyant. And I've done, over 3,000 readings, and that is nothing compared to plenty of people who do intuitive work. I mean, I'm not even in the minor leagues, I'm somewhere way down there. But I am intuitive. Humans have that. I'm gonna say I didn't have much choice but to start doing readings because I was not hired as a teacher. I had to do something, and I kept having intuitive experiences, and it's like, I mean, I know I need to do that. And then I did that and I got validation. And even, later on after an experience where something came up either in cards or whatever, that I was seeing or whatever like that, and it wasn't from suggestion. Okay. I mean, so yeah, how is a person intuitive? I don't know, but some of us are pretty strong. Maybe it is a way that we protect ourselves when we've been harmed a lot and things like that. I mean, some of us are survivors from a real young age. People can try to explain it in different ways. Well, does it matter? I mean, a person is a person. But yeah, so I'm gonna say it again. I do not pick up on everything. And when people have harmful intentions towards me, harmful attitudes and things like that, I don't fucking want to know. If someone is going to be harmed, I don't fucking want to know and I don't need to know. So if something happens, did I know that it was going to happen? I might not have known because, yes, I am clairvoyant. I am a clairvoyant, but I don't pick up on everything. So, and yeah, but life experience, I have had oh so very much life experience. I want to say I've seen everything. I mean, I'm always learning. I will say that. But yeah, wiped out. That's the way I feel today. I mean, I hope my attitude helps someone. I really do hope that if there's someone who needs it, that it helps. I mean, some of us have to, I mean, what are we supposed to do? Walk around on our knees groveling all the fucking time? I mean, no, I am very much not all rainbows and sunshine. Some of my kids, when I taught middle school, said I was the nice teacher, but they probably said that to their other teachers too. So yeah, well, I don't think I'm real nice, but I have cared about people. I mean, I do and I try to. I struggle with this. I'm a bad person, and anything I do is going to cause harm. And where that came from, well, that's just when you're not supposed to be born, all right? Because people don't want you. Someone doesn't want this, and someone doesn't want that, and then you end up with trash like me. So yeah, anyhow, someone out there, and I'm not picking it up on it, and it's someone I know or that I'm related to. I mean, a person might just tell that person, "Welcome to hell." All right. I mean, is that a good way to put it? I'm not sure about that. What's the point? I am wiped out, and I wanted to talk about that. Again, I don't pick up on everything. Do I even pick up on enough to protect myself? I don't know. But yeah, well, sweet dreams, y'all, whether it's during the day or when you're asleep. And yeah, we're always alive, whether we're awake or we're asleep. I think people kind of learn to shut some things off and let's eat our breakfast or drink our orange juice and go do our thing. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get started on talking about oppression again and the different kinds of oppression, but I will just say, yeah, we have some gritty roots, and people don't have respect. Well, that ain't my. I'm gonna say it kind of is my problem because it is harmful. But if something happens because a person lacks respect, it's not only for me that that person is lacking respect, and it ain't my fucking problem if something happens to that person. And yeah, I don't pick up on everything. So yeah, peace, y'all.